Are we live? Oh, we're live. Hold on. Get comfortable. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to Vixen Tarot After Dark. Thank you so much for smashing the subscribe button and chiming on in. Here we are, you guys. I wanted to come in and say what's up. Hope everybody is well. Thank you for tuning in, tapping in, and staying turned on. I'm your host, Tisha Yovo. If you guys haven't joined the fam, please make sure you go and smash the subscribe and click the bell right next to it. That way you don't miss out on all of my live videos. Thank you so much. Let's take these off. Hopefully you guys are excited about what's going to go down during the full moon. It feels really yummy for me. I don't know. Everybody hits different, but that's what we're going to talk about. We have a full moon coming up in Pisces on September 17th. This will be happening during the eclipse season, okay? Right now, as you're watching this video, as I'm filming, the moon right now currently is in Capricorn. So it's kind of like stay grounded, get your shit together before the full moon goes into Pisces, since we know that Pisces is ruled by Jupiter and some people say Neptune, and that's why sometimes they live in La La Land. That's the other fish. But so this video is going to tap into the full moon in Pisces, what it means as far as lunar eclipse, the energy, the vibe for the collective. We're going to tap in, tune in, and turn on, what to watch out for, what to do, right? We need to all the things, okay? The organic feeling that we're going to feel. Also the collective good vibes as far as like, you know, we're going to have Neptune as far as, you know, that planet goes is still in Pisces. We also have Saturn in Pisces and the moon. So there's a trine that's going to happen, you guys. So click the like button if you want to hear what the hell is going on and the collective challenges that we may face as well. And I'll also give you the rundown as far as a full reading for each individual sign. You can do sun, moon, and rising. I like to do rising, but this video, we're just going to do sun, moon, rising. We're just going to like flip it, do it, and rub it down. So right now, let's go ahead and kind of get it together. Okay, I'm going to timestamp everything after the live video. That way you guys can click on the stamp on which you want to hear. But for now, so just grab some water, tea, coffee, and let's go ahead and pull up the charts. All right, you guys. So, happy Friday the 13th. It's a lucky day. 13 equals 4. It's all about home, staying grounded, worrying about security, safety, and support during this day. I don't know why people freak out on it. So, there's going to be a lot of psyops that play out during this day, thinking that it's supposed to be doomsday and it's a bad day. But if you're into numerology and esoteric information and metaphysics, you will know that this rarely ever happens. So this is actually a lucky day. So I hope that this will spin your gears in another, you know, programming to make sure that you don't think it's a bad day. So what happened to you today is the question, right? It's all about what your mind thinks and how you perceive life. And then boom, thoughts become things, and then that's how you play out your day. So hopefully your day was actually a grand day. Mine was spectacular, and we're still rolling. Okay, so let's go ahead and get it together. So, like I said, September 17th, depending on where you're out in the world, at 25 degrees, we will have a full moon in the sign of Pisces. Well, no, Pisces has 2 fish. I'm a Pisces. Boom, boom, bam. You can call it Jupiter, Neptune energy circling. It's all about duality, love. This is going to be very dreamy. It already feels kind of yummy for me, whether you're in a relationship or not. It just feels really good, you guys. I don't know about you, but it's just been like this. Everything's out in the open. Everything's out in the clear. The Phoenix Saga. Hi. I don't know who you are, but thank you for joining in. It just feels good, you know? It just has this yummy vibe as far as like, You got everything out. Everything's out in the open. Like, this is who you are. This is what I'm doing. This is what's going on. And here I am. It's like, take me as I am, kind of an energy that's coming in for this eclipse season. So also I got from it, it's kind of like an uh-oh. Like, uh-oh meaning you may get some surprises depending on, you know, the alignments that are playing out in your exact houses. But as far as collectively speaking, uh-oh moments, like there's some surprises. There's going to be some shocking moments as well. Some reveals, some what the fucks. But I also feel like you're going to be able to crash into someone's arms with no gravity and just feel really good. Okay, so let's kind of chime in to the video. Are you guys ready to reveal the deets? Okay, so let's kind of tap in. I do have YouTube up, that way you can see your comments and questions as I'm live. Timestamps will be later, that way you can refer back. So let's talk about it. Okay, full moon in Pisces, lunar eclipse. What is going on, right? So that's major cosmic vibes that are happening right now. It's kind of like a wave of emotional intensity that can come through your portal during this time, okay? Pisces is all about deep feelings. We're very intuitive. We like to live up here in the higher realms. And then we try and bring this information down for you guys and interpret that into the 3D so that you can work on it, you can figure it out, and we can get there. We need structure too. This is why Pisces work very well with earth signs, right? So, but we're very dreamy. So it's kind of like bringing dreams to reality at this point, okay? But while the lunar eclipse adds a whole extra layer that's happening right now, you know, of sudden shifts, you're gonna have some revelations that will come through, whether it's about yourself, whether it's about other people that are in your life right now, who you frequent, whether it's work, family, loved ones. It's gonna happen. It's kind of like pulling back a curtain and seeing things you weren't even expecting to deal with. Okay, so that's the uh-oh that I got from doing my moon gazing that I have. Okay, so let's kind of talk about the energy and the vibe. I feel as if it's gonna feel like you're floating in an ocean. It's gonna feel like you're floating in an ocean of emotions. Ooh, an ocean of emotions. That's just gonna feel like you guys maybe a little bit lost. And not lost in the sense of you don't know where you're at, but kind of like you want to be here. You don't want to have to figure it out. You don't want to know how. You don't want to know why. You just want to feel. And it's just like that feels like loss, but it also feels magical. Okay? So remember, Pisces is also ruled by Neptune in the older world. You guys can look it up. So this is where that feeling of making you feel as if you can feel connected to the spiritual side and feel super safe there, right? Because you're not in the real world dealing with humanoids. So, but the eclipse is going to bring on that dreamy reality for a bit, okay? But, you know, there's no choice but to face something. Remember, when the moon is full, it's kind of looking at your garden and all the seeds that you have planted. Good karma, bad karma. You know, it's dharma or karma. Good or bad, right? So what seed did you plant? Okay, so that's all going to come to the surface. So you're just kind of looking at your garden, like, did it grow? Did it water? Are there dead plants? People that don't need to talk to? People that I don't even respect anymore? That didn't give me the time of day? That didn't even whatever it was? Whether it's daytime people, at work, family, friends, no matter who it is, loved ones, anyone's. You're going to see how that plays out, whatever ship you're sailing, and you'll have no choice but to face that. It even could be yourself as far as old habits that play out, relationships, any old patterns, behaviors, you name it, that were cool, but currently are not serving you now during this time anymore, okay? So what to watch out for? Let's kind of tap in what to watch out for. So let's kind of pull up. Let me get the exact details here for you guys because I really want to show you. definitely, since it's Pisces, I mean, I don't want to say for everybody, it can be an emotional overload. It might feel like everything's hitting you all at once. It is a full moon, right? So it's kind of like certain things that you feel certain things about. Just be mindful not to drown yourself into the deep waters that are occurring right now. Ground yourself, because Mars is also in Cancer at 7 degrees, which is also in water. And Mars is the planet of action. And then the moon is how we react and respond. So you can really feel like you're puddling over, like, oh my God, how do I get out of this? What do I do? Okay. So you don't want to go there though. So that's why you watch my channel, so we don't go there. The sun is also in Virgo right now during this time. Paying attention to the details of everything. So if you put everything together, it's kind of like, how do I say it? You have an urge to really escape reality. Okay. Just for a little bit. But with the eclipse energy, I feel like, you know, you can really ground yourself while the sun's in Virgo, because it's an earth energy. So this is where the earthing comes from, okay? You may have some unrealistic type of thinking, like, bro, why are you doing that? Pisces can really take you there, can make you see through the rose-colored glasses during this time with the sun being in Virgo, okay? Pisces does need structure, okay? So this will actually help us to clear up the gunk and the mess and whatever's cloudy and gray. It will be black and white, clear as day, which is great. So I would advise not to make any huge big decisions if you are in the gray area. But if you do see black and white, based on these vibes alone, you know, you can really heal old wounds, or some old wounds will kind of come up to see how, because it's an eclipse. So it's going to show you if things do come back from the past and they resurface, how are you going to face it? It's kind of like a test. So take everything as a test. Are you going to react the same, meaning you haven't changed? Or are you going to react in a different space, meaning you have changed? It's that simple. Because if you haven't changed, clearly there's some things you need to work on. If you are paying attention to yourself and the things that you are involving yourself in your old patterns, behaviors, thoughts, morals, values, and beliefs, and so on, okay? So this is a great time, you guys, you know, to just be in the present and try not to be surprised if you're thinking about stuff that you thought of that you probably couldn't let go of, okay? So let's kind of talk about what to do during this full moon in Pisces while we have the eclipse. I would say just go with the current. Pisces is a fish, water energy, baby. Go with the current. You'll have the rocks and the dirt and whatever, which is that sun and Virgo energy kind of mixing in. So go with the current. Instead of resisting that cry or that pout or that moan, whatever it is, let it out. Let it out. Get rid of it. Also, too, this is a time to meditate. Okay? Meditate. Who's that? Hi, Purple Magic! I'm feeling fucking amazing. So it's a time to meditate. It's a time to journal. Really dive into any creative outlet that you have any feelings about during this time as well. And I would also say Pisces is doesn't have a strength of setting boundaries. So if you're looking at life right now and there's things that you can accomplish, ask yourself, do you have any boundaries that are set in those areas? These could be relationships, friendships, partnerships, roommates. It could be anybody that's circling your life, okay? How are you? So, you know, because Pisces is so dreamy, right? It's a full moon. So set those boundaries. Protect your energy during this time too. Cloak yourself before you leave your house or any sacred space that you have. Make sure you cloak yourself. That's very grand as well. It's okay to say, nah, I can't do that. Okay. Allow people to know, like, you know what? I can't attend everything. Okay. You have to make sure that your energy is known as priceless. That is very key. I just gave you guys a huge boner right there. So really trust your intuition during this time. Pisces energy is hella intuitive. Okay, so if you feel pulled in a certain direction, um, pay attention to that nudge to do it. Okay, if you feel like something's pulling you to do something, go do it. Like right then and there, drop everything if you can. Like if it makes sense, of course, do it. That's that intuitive energy. It's full moon energy, eclipse energy. Some of you guys may be feeling this now, have an urge to do certain things. Do it. That means you have the energy. That means it's on your mind. That means you can be a little bit more creative about that piece, whatever it is that you need to do. It could be any little thing. I don't care if it's like trying to come up with how to fix something wherever you're at. You know what I'm saying? Or a new creative idea to get something going. Okay, so trust your intuitions because eclipses bring clarity after chaos. Okay, so, you know, wait before making any final moves. Just a thought. Also, too, there's a lot of water that's going to be playing out. We do also have the sun and Mercury in the sign of Virgo right now. I know we want to do and go and move, but then you can cause burnout. Okay, because Mars is also in Cancer as well, which is a water energy. So rest. Okay. During a full moon, you could be emotionally worn out. You could just feel like you're just not invested. So take some time for yourself to rest, recharge. Be very gentle with yourself during this time. I know we want to go hard and balls to the motherfucking walls and get shit done. But guess what? Rest is a part of the journey. I don't know if anybody told ya, but it is. I know I'm an ambitious person as well, so I totally get that. So let's talk about the organic feelings that can be derived from this. So it's kind of like you're going to be feeling like stepping into a dreamy, mystical world where you have a sense of connection. And when you feel that vibe wherever you're at or whoever you're with, mark that down, the date and the time and who you're with and what thought was on your mind. Okay, that's that organic feeling. It's a moment of introspection that you're gonna feel. It's gonna be like a revelation, you know, where things could really shift dramatically for you after that. Okay, so really pay attention to that moment that's going to occur for you, because I feel like everybody's going to feel that. In the long run, it's all about growth and really letting go. The moon is going to be at 25 degrees at the same time the sun is going to be 25 degrees. So you have to really peep game on that as well. You know, what no longer serves your vibe, you have to officially just let it go. Okay, remember, we do have Saturn. Saturn is 15 degrees in Pisces. We also have Neptune, 28 degrees in Pisces as well during this eclipse, you guys. So this energy is a mix of, you know, structure and then having the illusion right next to it. It's going to be very intense. It's going to be very emotional. So it's like the universe is kind of giving us a test. Okay, between, I would say, keeping it real and letting ourselves really dream very big at the same token. I know we have Jupiter and Gemini, so that's that double-sided energy. It's going to be like, okay, I want to do this, but is it realistic? Okay, I want to do this, but can I really achieve it? Not questioning if you can or not, because you can. It's all about believing. But it's all about just like, how do I get there? Okay? How can I put one foot in front of the other? You don't want to question why, and sometimes you don't want to question how. Just do it. period. Just do it and get it done is the energy. Because the eclipse will shake things up and reveal what's hidden already. So it'll give you your answers, you guys, okay? So let's kind of talk about the collective vibes, okay? So many of you will have a deep spiritual awakening during this time. Let's pull it up. So with Neptune here at the 28 degrees, during the full moon in Pisces, there's going to be a heightened sense of creativity, like I said, you know, being more empathetic, okay? Some people just don't have empathy within them. They just feel like, oh, I don't feel sorry for them, or oh, this is not going to happen, blah, blah, blah. So I feel like there's going to be a little bit more empathy that's going to play out, okay? We might feel more connected to the spiritual realm. You guys might start to see figures, things out the side corners of your eyes. You might see colors of spirits, like a purple dot, a blue dot, a white dot, an orange sway, a gray and black shoe, like going past you. So just take note of all of that. It's really going to be like the veil. I don't even know if there's a veil anymore. Like, you used to say the veil is thin. I don't think there's a veil anymore. So yeah, take that. So a lot of aha moments. You're gonna be like this, like a lot. There's gonna be a lot of aha moments when it comes to personal and collective healing, you guys. You're just gonna be shocked and surprised, period, okay? It's gonna be a lot of breaking free from illusions too, with the sun in Virgo, and also having, you know, Mercury in Virgo, your thoughts, your communication, your way of thinking. There's some things you're going to break free from during this eclipse season, you guys. You have to realize that. When you were living in La La Land on Fantasy Island, it's going to drop your motherfucking ass down and be like, oh, that didn't happen. So whatever was foggy and too dreamy and gray for you, you're going to have that Saturn energy, because it's in Pisces at 15 degrees. That's going to pull in, because it's all about discipline and structure. So that's going to pull in, and combined with the eclipse energy, it's going to be like a wake-up call. Okay? So clearly we'll still have, like I said, you're going to have those illusions and certain personal beliefs and societal structures. We are in debate season and political bullshit, whatever. I don't like talking about it. But also too with relationships and things of that nature, people might start to really kind of get real. Like shit's gonna hit the fan. Not like Leo energy hit the fan, but shit will get real about what's working and what's not working. Because it's a full moon. You're gonna look at it like, okay, how are we thriving and how are we not thriving during this time? So that's going to be the name of the game. So use Saturn in Pisces. Okay, moon in Pisces, how we have to respond. We have that eclipse energy with Saturn. Use that discipline and structure to really kind of get it together and help you anchor those big dreams, those big things that you see for yourself, things that you want to accomplish and do, and not to have it as a dream. Bring it to reality with the Neptune energy to toss it in. Take those collective thoughts that could be very wild and, you know, out of the box kind of a vibe, because we also have Uranus that's retrograding. I don't know if you guys know that. Uranus is all about the unexpected in the sign of Taurus, which is also an earth energy. So make things happen in the real world. It's all about not giving a fuck. That's all. That's just, I'm sorry. Close your kids' ears. But that's really what it's all about. And having tons of patience. Nothing's going to be microwave mindset, 2 second, 3 second. No. If you're putting in the work, you're consistent, you have the energy, you have the belief, you have the power, you have the wisdom, you have the knowledge, and you just have that emotion and that feeling to just, you know, that fire under your butt, like I gotta do this. You can achieve it right now with effort. Okay, you can't just like money doesn't grow on trees, okay? I know money's made out of cotton. Nothing in the United States is backed by gold or silver, which is sad, but this is the world that we're living in as far as 3D, esoterically speaking. And that's why you want to try and vibrate as high as you can to tap into another plane, okay? So some collective challenges, let's kind of talk about those, what to watch out for. You might be overwhelmed. Okay, you might have a feeling of being overwhelmed during this time. I'd say with the Pisces full moon in the mix, we also have the Saturn and Neptune in Pisces, but Mars is in Cancer, which is the Krabby Patty energy, and Mars is the planet of action. Sometimes that can derive a little bit of a mix there. So emotions can run super high, and then the collective might feel extra sensitive, moody, confused, and all the things. Now, it's really easy to get lost in the waves, you guys, but know what's real. Keep your head on a swivel and just put it all together. Okay? It's important to use the sun in Virgo, the Mercury in Virgo, and Uranus in Taurus. We do have Pluto, which is the planet of I don't know what. That comes into Capricorn for the last time for the next 300 years. I spoke about many videos ago. That's going to transcribe here. So it's important to stay grounded. Okay. So with this water energy playing out, water also needs a little bit of fire. So thank God, you know, we do have fire coming. The North Node is in Aries right now. We also have Chiron is still in Aries to help you all heal your wounds. So any past things that you need to resolve, I'm gonna need you to get rid of that and do it, because with this energy you're gonna feel like escaping. You're gonna feel like you want to avoid some stuff. Sorry, that's my dog. You okay? You're gonna feel like you just want to do all those things, and that's what you don't want to do. It's like you want to keep your head in the clouds kind of an energy. So people might feel tempted to avoid reality during this time, you know, with scrolling through social media, substance abuse, overworking, working out, overeating, whatever your addiction is, that needs to be paid attention to. Okay, some people might overindulge during this time with this energy coming on now up until the full moon and even lingering after. So this next week, you know, the eclipse might force the collective to face things that they've been avoiding during this time. Period. And you may feel a little uncomfortable. But I always like to say, you kind of want to live uncomfortably in a sense to get to live the comfortable life. Because if you're sitting here comfortable, you're not going to want to do shit different. You're going to keep doing everything the same with the schedule, Monday through Sunday. You're not going to challenge yourself, and you're just too comfortable. So you kind of want to be uncomfortable and do things that make you feel uncomfortable and get a little bit risky, okay? Because there could be a little bit of tension between surrendering and trying to control certain situations here with Mars now 7 degrees in Cancer, and then with this Earth energy playing out since we're still in Virgo season. So Saturn's all about discipline and control, you guys. So, you know, while Pisces is also in Neptune, it's kind of like, okay, I want to let go and surrender, but I also have a hope and a dream, right? So, and I want to go with the current, but, you know, that's that push and pull. So you have to really just write things down. What are your pros and cons of what you're doing right now? What's happening? Are you productive during the day, or are you busy? Because we can stay busy all day. I can keep somebody busy and I can be busy. But is it getting you anywhere is the question, and that equals, are you being productive? Okay? So, you know, try not to control anything. Let it go, let it flow. If you feel like you're losing control, why are you controlling anything in the first place? So find balance. That's going to be key for everybody. So just a deep spiritual exploration. So let's kind of switch gears here, guys. We're gonna pull up some cards. Let's get a vibe. Okay. I want to pull up an energy update for the collective. And then we'll do some tarot astrology. I'm extraordinary, honestly. I'm so funny. That's the energy for the collective. Okay. Wow, that was nuts. Let me just tell you. Yeah. So some of you guys in that fight or flight, it's like you want to finish, you're close to the finish line of like getting somewhere, going somewhere. Like you feel as if whatever energy you've been putting everything into, you've been working very hard, you've been changing your lifestyle, you've been doing things way different. You've been, you know, creating new habits that are healthy for you. And then boom, it's like you're looking good while you're fighting for your life. You're fighting to like really push it to the limit to get to where you want to achieve some huge, major, monumental goals during this time. Like, did I say you look good while you're doing it? With the Seven of Wands here. Okay, it's kind of like you are protecting what you have and you keep going, but then sometimes you might have a one night where it's a fallout. You might have a night where it's like, you know what, I kind of want to just indulge a little. Pisces full moon eclipse energy, period. Okay, you might have been like, oh, I've been doing so good for the last month or week and a half with not doing X, Y, and Z, and then boom, Knight of Wands in reverse. Oh, I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna do it. Okay, nothing's wrong with that, but we do have the High Priestess in reverse, and we do have the Six of Pentacles in reverse right after that. So it's kind of like, you might not be so equal with it. There could be some mischievous energy, some manipulation, some magical energy, you know, trying to persuade someone to do X, Y, and Z, or you're just trying to push the energy and control the energy of where you want it to go. And remember, we're trying not to control anything, but it's just the energy that we're in because we're in this water field that's playing out with full moon in Pisces, with the lunar eclipse in water, with Mars in Cancer, which is more water, and Mars is the planet of action. So it's kind of like, shit, I'm not getting any equal give and take, but fuck it, I'm still gonna do it. It's kind of like doing a job where you know they're an asshole, or you know they're gonna treat you like shit or complain about shit, even though you got receipts, you know what you're gonna do, you know what's happening, you're not playing anybody, you're not manipulating them, but this is what you're still gonna be faced with. But you also are still gonna take action on it, which sucks, because this is how you gotta pay the bills. Pentacle energy, money energy, okay? But at the end of the day, you do have Page of Cups, so you will receive a message about this to yourself. It's a realization point. Like I said, we're going to have some uh-oh, 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 uh-oh. We're going to have some uh-oh moments. You're going to be shocked. You're going to have revelations. You're going to feel some shit. Page of Cups. That's what it is. It's a water energy. It's playing out, plain and simple. Deep, deep, deep. It could be Scorpio, like Scorpio deep. It could be something that's been hidden, whether it's about yourself or anybody else or anybody you work with. Something's going to come to the surface, and you're going to be able to grasp it, hold it, feel it out, and then just like figure it out and come to some type of solution. Now, also too, though, when you do go through those moments, it can be kind of hard to navigate because you have a certain vision, And then whatever vision that you came across as far as the message that you're hearing about a coworker, a boss, a relative, a family member, a lover, a friend, whoever it is, whatever ship you're sailing, it can be kind of tricky on how to navigate those waters. You have one way of thinking or one way of going about it, and then they have another. Like, it's just going to be that vibe. And you're going to feel maybe possibly left out in the cold. Okay? Because you feel as if, oh, this is right. I have proved that this is not right and this is right. So justice is not going to be served during this time. So like I said, when you're going with the current, focusing on the present, dealing with what you can deal with, and control what you can't control as far as what is hitting your path versus trying to manipulate what can be perceived, it's not going to work out for you. If you foresee, because you know somebody's going to act a certain way, maybe you should go this way because you know that's going to happen. That's going to just be a crash jam. You're going to set yourself up for failure. So instead, be more optimistic versus pessimistic, even though you may know how your boss will react the next morning when you come into work because you didn't do X, Y, and Z. Okay? Just be like, oh, you forgot about what you did. Come in like it's a regular day, and then maybe you can. Then that's when you really, truly can have the energy in the universe work out for yourself. Okay? Versus the other way. Hopefully, you stood on what I was spitting out. Okay? Okay, moving on. Let's go into the Tarotstrology. Let's get a little bit deeper. Tarotstrology. Tarotstrology for the collective. Ooh. Dang, I tried to get that. I'm sorry, Coco. He's like, what? All right. Let's figure it out. So the Tarotstrology for the collective, there's so many things that we feel we want to do. We feel a lot of things with this King of Pentacles or King of Wands in reverse here. We feel there's many things in our world right now we want to do, we want to accomplish, we want to achieve, but the action is not happening. Why is it not happening? Because you're not putting yourself front center stage. You may not be utilizing your throat chakra enough. You may not be saying exactly what it is that you told your wife or husband or girlfriend, boyfriend or friend or whoever. You know, it's kind of like that movie Waiting where it's like, they're like, oh, can I have some sugar? Like, I don't see any sugar or syrup on the table. And then you walk away and like, this bitch was so rude. She even asked me, or you know what I mean? So that energy of talking shit on the side to people you trust, but then on the front end, nothing's being resolved. And you're still providing, you're still giving, you're still giving the hospitality, you're still pushing forward, you're still trying to make the dollar or the dime by giving somebody what it is that they need to make their business run, or what it is they need to make customers happy, or whatever your friend needs or family members need to keep thriving, paying their phone bill, whatever it is. Okay, you guys are still taking action in a space to where you don't feel good about it, but you're making it happen. But also you're not front center stage. You're not being acknowledged for it. You're not being rewarded for it. So it can be kind of sticky here. And this is where the 8 of Swords come in. Okay, there's so many things that you want to say. It's like some of y'all like, you wanna like bleep 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 bleep, like you bleep yourself by trying not to lose your position at work, or trying not to lose a friend at that current time and just be so happy for them, or trying to cuss your daughter or son out for what the fuck they just did, but because you want them still in your corner and tell you everything, kind of energy. Okay, but I'm gonna get you one more time. It's that energy. You don't want to say it, but it's like you're playing devil's advocate during this time. But of course, the Moon in Pisces card is going to show up during my spread. You guys know how I'm a vessel for all of these readings here. It's happening, you guys. So full Moon in Pisces card shows up. It's just evident. Okay, Spirit is saying it is here, honey. It's supposed to feel yummy. I would recommend, whether you're at work, whether you're cooking a meal in the kitchen, whether you're talking to someone on the street, at the grocery store, or doing something you don't really want to do, make the best of it. Make it feel good. Make it feel soul good to yourself. Make it fun. To the complaining Cassie over there, or the pessimistic Paul in the corner, spin it around, okay? And make it work during this full moon in Pisces, because there's also an eclipse happening, okay? And that's what this card is sharing. And then you have the Two of Chalices after that, confirming. Come together. Lock and key energy. I love Two of Chalices. This is people coming together. This is a couple coming together, maybe two people coming together. I understand you, you understand me, I overstand you, and coming together and knowing what works and how it works and how to make the glue stick. It's not just a Band-Aid, it's really like Gorilla Glue. Like, it's really coming together and figuring shit out, okay? Whatever ship you're sailing with this Two of Chalices is Cancer energy. Like I said, we have Mars in Cancer, planet of action, also the moon coming out, you know what I mean? So it's kind of like, how you react and respond is going to be everything, okay? So some of you guys just want to be like, fuck this shit. And I know Sun is in Virgo, but when the full moon comes out, some of you guys are like, okay, the crazies are out. I'm not seeing any good in the world, so you just kind of want to hide and go into hermit. So that will happen as well. Some people ain't acting right. You don't want to deal with it. Typically normal, right? So just kind of focus on yourself. What can you do to make yourself better? What can you do to just be in a mode of focusing on the present moment? Self-care is going to be key during that hermit mode, because you also have Four of Pentacles in reverse, to where it's like you're over it. Nothing's working. It's kind of like you're just in this scurry to build a foundation, to build a home, safety and security for yourself. And no matter what it is that you do, you feel like you can't get on top. You feel like you just are just crawling above mountains just to try and figure it out. It's like nobody sees my shine kind of a vibe, right? I've been doing the best that I can, and people want to pay double-sided. Gemini energy, two-faced energy, and then here goes the moon revealing it all. Like, why can't you see that? How can you not see it? I work so well with you, and I do so well with whatever you ask, and blah, blah, blah. So why isn't it working? This makes you want to go on hermit, because it's not being received. You're just trying to collect the coins, get the bag, and stay in the bag, and it's just really not happening on that aspect, but you're also not speaking up enough. So make sure you're utilizing your voice. I know Mercury has just ended its retrograde post period on the 11th of September. So the post shadow phase is over. You can't blame shit on Mercury, honey. Just take your sunshades off, okay? The Mercury retrograde energy is done, okay? Mercury's back in Virgo. Here we are. So that's over with. So speak up, okay? Say what's on your mind. Talk to people how they talk to you. Give them the same energy, like in a sense of not lowering your energy, but like if they're not reciprocating what you're saying, you got to change it up. You got to switch it up. You got to do something different. How are they treating you? Okay, talk to them how they talk to you, and maybe they'll understand you. You know, it's kind of sometimes you have to do that in certain cases. Not everybody, but sometimes you have to do that. So that's giving that Four of Pentacles in reverse here, okay? And then we have Judgment with Pluto. Like I said, Pluto's in Capricorn for the last time for the next 300 years. So this is going to really mark some shit. Especially politically speaking. We'll see what all the laws and different changes and things that are occurring. It's Judgment Day, honey. Okay? So make sure that you're not judging anybody else. Because you have your own shit to deal with. So try not to judge anybody else, because the karma that's happening right now is instant. Okay, I really feel like I don't need to do any more cards for the evening, so we're just gonna leave it there. I may come back tomorrow and do individual sign spread for you guys. So that is your spread, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.